So hello everybody, how are you today? In today's video we're going to talk about Power BI premium licensing models. I've talked about Power BI premium when it first came out. It was a year and a half ago or something like that. We will discuss about free, pro and premium. Link down below in case you want to know. But a lot has happened since then. And I do that all the time. I know that people do that all the time. When we talk about premium, we talk about always the most priced, the highest price, the one that has more bells and whistles and licensing model. But there are actually others that, depending on what you're trying to do, they might be a good fit for you. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. What types of premium capacities there are and that you can buy depending on your needs. So Power BI Premium SKU, first of all, that's what you're going to hear. Stock keeping unit. That's how Microsoft called their licensing levels. Don't ask me. So if you hear SKU, it means like leveling or licensing, okay? So for Power BI Premium, there are actually 3 SKUs. You have A, you have EM, and you have P. What a horrible name, right? So it has a meaning. A stands for Azure SKU, EM stands for embedded, and P stands for premium. And that is the one that we always refer to when we talk about Power BI Premium, the P licensing model. There are more, you have the EM and A. So what is the difference between them? Let's jump on it. So the A SKU is the embed Azure version, okay? So the A stands for Azure. It means that, you purchase the capacity through Azure. And that is very, very useful when you're trying to embed Power BI in your own application. What does that mean? It means, for example, that you're creating an Internet of Things product or, service. And you've done all the bells and whistles, you've done the product configuration, you send the information to Azure, you do all that stuff. And then when you come to analytics, you don't want to develop that part yourself. You can actually use Power BI to do that work for you. So you can do all the analytics in Power BI, and then you just embed Power BI in your application that your customers can use. And that is a licensing. The good thing about this licensing, it is cheaper. It is a lot cheaper. I will show you the prices in Swedish crowns. That's what I have, but I'll show you the prices. And the good thing is also that you can pause these things. So it is billed hourly. When you're using it, you put it on. When you're not, you put it off. And it's not like when this started, it was a per click payment. It's not anymore. So it's hourly payment, which makes these easier to use, right? Before, you could have a huge tab without really don't realizing it. So there is no commitment to that. You turn it on and off whenever you want. And it says differentiation, it says full elasticity, it can scale up and down, pause and resume resources in Azure portal or through the API. So if not other, this is a good way to just test the premium if you are thinking about purchasing it, because it will give you an idea of what you're actually going to get. A lot of the features that you have got in premium are here too. So there are some technical bells or whistles that you want to have from premium, but you can't access. This is the one for you. Okay, let's move on. So the EM, the embedded version, this is purchased through Office, and this allows you to also embed content in your application. That is why it's called embedded. The difference between the EM and the A, other than Azure and Office, buying it through Office, is that it allows you to embed Power BI on Office apps like SharePoint and Teams. And that means that you embed your Power BI file in there, and your users, the person that actually does the embed needs a pro license, but the other ones can see it for free. You hear that? They can see it for free, which is quite good. But obviously it's just in Office, SharePoint, and Teams and Dynamics 365. So It won't work on powerbi.com. It will not work on the apps. Okay, so that is the premium capacity. The billing is monthly. You cannot start and stop this thing. They will just bill you per month a certain amount depending on which capacity level you choose. We will talk about that later. The commitment is yearly, so you have to pay for a year. And it can be used to embed content in SharePoint and Microsoft Teams, and the viewers don't need to have a pro license, which is quite good, depending on what your use case it is again. So, but all the technical features of premium are here too, which is a good thing. Next one, we have the SKU. This is the one that we normally refer to when we talk about premium. So we will say Power BI Premium. This is what we mean. And it means that you have everything that you have in A, everything that you have in EM, and you have powerbi.com, you have the apps, you have the everything, all bells and whistles. And obviously, free users can watch or see the reports without any problem. And this is the one that, it costs a lot. You have a monthly payment. You cannot stop like you can do in A. But the commitment is monthly or yearly. And you can combine embedding applications and then use Power BI service with the same capacity. You know that already. And there is a link down below. I will share this presentation with you so you can just, go and grab the resources and check them out. So everything is in there. This comes from Microsoft documentation. I'm guessing that is updated, so it is the best resource to actually find this out. So now, it is for embedding applications in your app. EM is for Teams and SharePoint, and then P is the holy grail of Power BI, basically. Let's continue. So there was somebody in the Power BI community that asked, okay, so what are the limitations of A and EM that you have in PM? And as we discussed before, we have here somebody from the Power BI team that explains. This says an SKU, a pricing tier or a level for A and EMP are identical in resources and capabilities. It says it means that you can upload a 10 GB report and do whatever you do on A, EM, and P with some exceptions, obviously. So. For example, he's explaining like the refresh, it is the same on all three SKUs. So it says the main difference are that A SKU valid on Power BI embed scenario, while EM can be valid in embedding for Power BI users as well. I don't think it's very well explained, but we talked about that. So A is just for your own application, but EM allows you to embed it in SharePoint and in Teams, for example. PSKUs can be used for consuming content through powerbi.com. We talked about that. It's only the premium capacity that will allow you to do that. But you won't be able to do it on the apps either. And A is billed by the hour and can be paused, while P and EM are billed on a monthly basis or yearly commitment. So we discussed that too. So those are the main differences. You have a link there to this thread in case you want to read it yourself. So when it comes to the different capacities or SKUs, you have capacities within the SKU. So you have like P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 is nuts. So which one you should use in case you have the dough to do that? Well, it just depends on how big your models are. And here is again from the Power BI documentation. The link is down below too, so you can check it out. There it says if you have very large data sets, choose higher capacities. So it refreshes and it behaves correctly. So it's not like taking 3 years before you actually starting to see data and data refreshes. This is the pricing tier for the A SKU. I couldn't find any prices. Obviously, there are a lot of prices out there on blogs and stuff. I couldn't find any page from Microsoft that said, okay, this is how much it costs the EM or P capacities. It says contact me to contact them, basically. But for the A SKU. If you go to Azure and then you try to activate it, this is where you will get presented with. You have A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they said, it's the same equivalent as EMMP. And for A1, this is Swedish crowns, don't worry. So 10 Swedish crowns is €1, $1, more or less. So this is like 655 euro or dollar, basically, for A1 a month. And you can stop this thing, okay? Then make sure you stop it in case you don't have a lot of money. So this is something that a lot of companies can afford, I would say, or at least medium-sized companies, in case you want to have some of the resources and features that Premium have that has nothing to do with sharing. Okay, so I hope that this clarifies a little bit more what Power BI Premium is and what options do you have. Next week, because the next video is going to be a DAX Fridays video, next week I am going to show you a use case where NA capacity could be interesting to turn on and off. And that scenario is basically the reason why I created this video, but we will talk about more next week on Monday, okay? So I hope this really clarifies what's going on with Premium. There are more Premium than one. I promise I'll try to be more careful when I say Premium. And I'll see you again on Friday with another DAX Fridays. Okay? Until then, take care. Bye.